There's just so much stuff for the camera to look at besides me. Which I hate saying, I hate feeling, but I feel like this is all wrong. This is not the right time to do it. I feel like I'm gonna mess this video up and waste a bunch of time and say a bunch of cute stuff that I'm not gonna be able to use because the camera's not in focus. So that's how I feel right now. I feel really, whoa, dejected. Let's work on this posture. Okay, hello. My name's Monica. This is a YouTube channel called Not Your Big Sister. And I'm filming this video to tell the internet and my friends who may or may not watch this video, they probably won't, that I'm going on a no-buy year. So starting on my birthday, which was February 1st, I have chosen not to buy some things. So I want to explain what this is, what this means to me, why the shit I'm doing this. This is inspired largely by Hannah Louise Poston. She has a YouTube channel. It's marvelous. If you're thinking about doing a no-buy anything where you just don't buy things that you sort of habitually or compulsively spend money on for a set amount of time, I would highly suggest watching her videos. She's elegant and redheaded and speaks in a lugubrious manner. She's quite delightful to watch. But I saw her videos on January 11th, Monday, January 11th, I think was the date. But basically, like, once I watched this video and heard her talking about this, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like me. Like, I compulsively buy and shop for things, and I have never ever in my life tried to make myself stop. I've tried to make myself do it less, which is not in my current ability to sustain. But basically, once I was confronted with the idea of like not buying these things that I normally compulsively buy for a whole year, that night I couldn't sleep. Like, I slept for about an hour that night and I was like, oh, can I do this? Can I do that? Then I woke up the next morning and I was like, I'm not gonna do that. That's stupid. That's not anything I want to do. No. As the sort of days and weeks unfolded, I was like, I feel like that night I entered into this weird contract with the universe that I was like, I'm gonna do this thing. I just kind of felt like there was no going back. And the more that I thought about it, the more sort of relief I felt. Let me get into what I'm actually not buying, what this means to me. So let's go over the rules. And then I'll get into a little bit more about why I want to do this. So here's what I'm not buying, starting February 1st, 2019 and ending at midnight, January 31st. Well, let's say just February 1st to February 1st, okay? February 1st, 2019 to February 1st, 2020. I will not be buying the following. Makeup. Not buying any makeup. Skincare, body care, so like body wash, lotion, oil, all of that. I'm not buying any books. I'm not buying any accessories, any jewelry, scarves, especially scarves. I have so many freaking scarves. I could make a person out of scarves. I could make a scarf family out of scarves with a pet scarf dog. Housewares or kitchen gadgets. There may be an exception to this, asterisk. Knickknacks. No knickknacks, no paddywhacks, none of that. What I have just mentioned, this is what I spend the bulk of my money on, and I am not a woman that is drowning in cash like Scrooge McDuck. I have a finite amount of money every month, and for some reason it's going to all of these things. So here is what is not included. So here are things that I can buy if I chose during the year. I feel like the first one is a little bit controversial. But it's clothes. I buy clothes always out of necessity. I usually wear clothes into the ground well after they have holes in them, they're worn. Up until a month ago, I had one pair of work pants. One pair of work pants. And I was cruising with those for about 8 months, 9 months. And let me tell you, those work pants were not like, they were wide leg and they were a little bit too short for me. So I wasn't walking around with any like sense of pride or anything like that. I was definitely walking around in hiding. But the point is, I never have the itch to sort of like buy clothes. But I will be monitoring this in case the shopping behavior that I'm trying to observe shifts to buying clothes. Like if I'm up late at night, like going like, well, I could get these electric pink gauchos. Intangibles or experiences. So if I want to get a massage or a manicure, if I want to take a class, then I can purchase those things. Any type of travel, anything like that. Now this is an interesting one. If I'm taking a class and I need materials for that class, I am allowed to purchase materials, such as a textbook or gear, whatever that class may be. Necessities, health and safety items. If I need Band-Aids, I'm gonna go frickin' buy some Band-Aids. Household cleaner, like stuff like that. Toilet paper, things that need regular replenishment in my effort to be a human being that can be around other human beings. Health and safety. Also, I might get Invisalign. I don't know. Gifts for other people. So, birthday gifts, wedding gifts. This is a thing that I've had a lot of trouble with in the past, which is very embarrassing to even think about or say. But I was so concerned with like hoarding my money to have things for myself that I had a really hard time parting with it for other people. And I don't know what that was about. It certainly had nothing to do with other people or how I felt about other people, and would come with a lot of like guilt and judgment of myself. I was like, what? So my money can be spent on gifts for other people. Food. There are no restrictions on food. So going out and eating anything that I buy food-wise that I can ingest, that includes vitamins, supplements, anything like that. Food, I can buy. Now this is where the caveat comes in for the housewares, things around the house. Right now I have a system to store my clothes that's basically a clothing rack and the floor. So I don't have a dresser or anything like that to put clothes in. So if I get to a point where I have an amount of clothing that I'm keeping and I know the capacity that I need to be able to store the clothes, then I'm gonna get that thing. But I'm not in a rush to get it. I'm not in a rush to get a bunch of like storage items or anything like that. If anything, I want to let go of things before I start to look for solutions to begin to store them in. You know what I mean? Transport. So Uber, if I need to Uber, Lyft, the bus, the subway, if I want to rent a car, any type of transport is not restricted. I can spend my money on it. And also, equipment for this channel. So I'm a person that wants to do stuff with my YouTube channel, and I want to improve upon it and in any way that I can. And so I'm not restricting my fundage in order to get things for the channel. If I need equipment for recording this ish, then I'm gonna get it. So here are some sort of gray area rules. Gift cards and gifts. Gifts. So if somebody gives me a gift card for like Sephora or something, in terms of obtaining things during my no-buy year, if I want to buy something with a gift card that falls under one of these lists, it can only be to replace something that I have run out of that cannot be replaced by something else in my home. So let's say I run out of body wash, for instance. Body wash can be replaced by the 6 bar soaps that I have under my sink right now that are making my under sink smell really, really good. So I would not be replacing body wash. I have things to wash my body with to use up. But if I ran out of, say, all of my lip balms, I'm not going to use like body lotion to replace my lip balm. I'm like, well, it moisturizes. Like, I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to torture myself. So if I ran out of all of my lip balms and I'm like, I need a lip balm, then I can replace it with 1 lip balm. I can replenish that category. But also, again, if it was something like, if I ran through a nude lipstick, I have 80 bajillion other nude lipsticks. So I would not be replacing that particular color. I would just go on to the next nude lipstick. Hopefully that makes sense. That's how replenishment or replacement will go. That is also how I would use a gift card, like for Sephora or Ulta or something like that. I would use it purely to replenish a category that had been completely emptied. And if somebody gets me a gift, it can literally be anything and I can have it. So if somebody gives me a gift and it's makeup, if somebody gives me a gift and it's a book, it doesn't matter. Any category I can have and enjoy the gift. It's a gift. It's not part of my no buy year. Also, this is something I can buy a Christmas tree. So December's gonna roll around. I'm still gonna be on my no buy year. That is an exception to my no buy year. Let me tell you, Christmas in an apartment in New York with a Christmas tree is far superior to Christmas in New York without a Christmas tree. I look forward to December where I can buy this Christmas tree and decorate it with my things in my home. I can get a Christmas tree. Okay, so this is a fun one. So I know I said books. I'm not going to be buying any books. That includes electronic copies of books. So no books. If I want to get a new book or read a new book, I have plenty of books. And also I live between two adorable libraries, so I can go get a book there. Movies. So going to see a movie is part of my intangibles category. So if I want to go out and see a movie with friends or something, I can go see a movie. But I will not be purchasing any movies, even digital copies. If I want to rent a movie, that's okay. I can rent a movie. I also have streaming services. That's part of intangibles too. So like my Netflix, I can keep Netflix. HBO Go, I can keep HBO Go. My Amazon Prime, I'm still on the fence about. Because it's $14.99 a month. I don't have programs on Amazon Prime that I watch regularly. I have stuff that I want to watch, but since I'm not going to really be shopping as often as I have been on Amazon, do I really need to keep paying $14.99 a month to have the option to watch shows that I may want to watch if I'm in the mood? I may end up canceling that. They also send you a lot of really annoying emails if you cancel your Prime membership. So good job, Amazon, on making me pay $15 just to not be annoyed. Okay, why do I want to do this? I have several reasons, actually. Like, the things that really kept me up at night, I was really like sweating over this decision. I was like, this is a paradigm shift. This is a complete 180 to the person that I have been at any point when I have had any amount of money in my hand. Even since I was a little kid, I didn't get like a regular allowance or anything like that. So whenever I got money, it was always like, what the hell? I remember my mom's boyfriend at the time gave me $25 for Christmas one year, and I was like, this is the most money I've ever seen in one area. Like $25? 25 US American dollars? For me, we lived in an apartment right behind a Target. I hopped the fence. I walked over to Target. I bought some makeup and I bought a Polly Pocket. I believe I was 11. When you grow up poor and like with your nose pressed against the glass at like everything that people get and like, or you know, lives that you perceive that other people are living that you just have no idea about, like, I mean, I was just like, money is the key to all of this. There is the side that I'm on, and there's the side that money is on, and that's the side that I'm looking at. Over time, like even all the way through college, when I would get like my grant money, any money that I had left over, I would really try to budget it. I had no skills for that. I grew up with zero structure on how to, you know, zero ideas on how to discipline myself and make myself stick to a schedule. I saw no importance to it. It was not something that was present for me ever in my life. And so that's a really big reason of me wanting to do this now and also wanting to document it is that I would like to teach myself some sort of structure. I've read so many self-help books and like talked to so many of my organized friends on like how to be disciplined and organized, and there are so many ways that my mind can talk me out of things successfully, and I've never developed any way to make that meaningful for myself. And I'm curious if I can. So far it's proving to be the hardest thing that I've ever done. So I want to document this and post updates on how I'm doing on a regular basis to see if I can teach myself some sort of structure that's meaningful to me in my life. I think shopping for me too has been a real source of comfort when I don't want to think about other things. If I can't sleep late at night, I'll be on Amazon or on Instagram or something like that. That was a thing that I did a lot, looking for things to shop for, things that I might want, watching YouTube, seeing things that I might want, imagining my life with these things once I have them. And, continually sort of going on this cycle of imagining having these things that I want and then getting them and then looking for more things to want. It's something that has really sort of kept me to myself. So I would like to sort of live a life outside of my apartment that doesn't involve me like shopping online and also looking online for things to shop for. I want to use my shit. First of all, let me tell you, when I shop, it's not indiscriminately. I have excellent taste. And I want to use the stuff that I bought. I have a lot of good stuff. And so I want to use it. The makeup that I have is amazing. The lip balms that I have are so moist. I want to use them. Damn it. A big reason about why I want to do this is that starting in like, when was it? The summer of 2017. But the summer of 2017, I started doing the Marie Kondo method, the KonMari method. It's Marie Kondo. I started to do that. The whole thing took me about 9 months. It was a very rewarding process. It was super, super cool to see the changes in myself and my space and all of that stuff. So I went through that and did that method and finished up to basically 99%. I got through most of my sentimental items, which is the very last category. I basically have one thing hanging around that I know I need to let go of, and I don't want to do that. And it's a gift from an ex. It's not even something that's super meaningful. It's a piece of jewelry. It's broken. I need to let it go in more ways than one. I freak out every time I think about even letting this thing leave my apartment. I can't even wear it. It's nothing. It's nothing. And basically, I finished the Marie Kondo method up to this point of holding on to this thing, and then I basically just hit reverse and started collecting all these things again because I didn't want to deal with this feeling or like what it meant. So I would really like to finish letting go of stuff, not only that thing, but also things that I have obtained since not finishing that don't really belong here, that I was using to fill that space of not wanting to look at my feelings and going back to this thing that would make me feel relieved, which is shopping and getting things and covering up the stuff I don't want to talk about or think about or deal with. Another reason that I want to do this is I feel that, especially in the past, like maybe 4 or 5 years, part of my identity that I have adopted is being a person that has and regularly obtains beautiful things, right? And so I don't think that's a problem, but I don't necessarily see myself as a person that wants to have shopping all the time as part of my personal identity. I don't think that's interesting. I think that's kind of boring. I love curation. I love selectivity. I like, you know, having beautiful things and wearing them and thinking about them, but like, and like using them, but you know, like having this constant influx of shit, like, no, not interesting. Also, it's not very green. I'm no Sally Granola over here, but like, especially at the level that I was obtaining things, you know, it was easy for me to leave Sephora with like 5 things, or the MAC store with like 5 things, 7 things, like whatever, didn't care. It's a lot of packaging to continually obtain things that I'm not using, and certainly I can't use quickly because I have so many things. It's like, you know, where does that stop? Every sort of step takes energy, including recycling those things. So like, and I don't want to continually like declutter stuff, like that's waste too. So I want to just like ease up, like not have my foot on the gas so hard of like the waste machine, you know what I'm saying? Like, take her easy on that, take her easy. Here's a big reason. I keep saying this for every single reason. I really love seeing people do their thing, right? Like, I love seeing when people are good at stuff, like dancers, singers, artists of any kind, like people who are really into the thing that they're doing. And I feel like I've spent so much time observing those people and being in awe of those people. And I want to do my thing too. And I want to be able to post this content and like edit it and make content on a regular basis, on a regular schedule, have something that I am in complete creative control of. And like, I want to do my thing. Ow. I want to do my thing too. I am inspired tremendously by those people, but I also am like, I'm ready to do stuff. I'm ready to do my thing, you know? What do I hope I will get out of this? I hope that I will interact differently with the world and with myself than how I do now. Right now I'm like largely to myself. I spend the bulk of my time alone, which is fine. But also like other people are good too. So I can have, I'd like to have a mix, you know what I mean? I'd like to interact differently with the world and with myself in whatever iteration that shows up to be. I'm pretty open to what that looks like. I hope to let go of my last sentimental item from my KonMari clean out. And I want to let go of things that need to be let go of, whether those are material things, things that I think about, patterns of behavior that I have. I want to let go of things that aren't serving me anymore. What do I expect will happen during this year? I'm going to honestly tell you I have 0 expectations. Once again, I've never ever tried to make myself do anything like this ever. To like completely like cold turkey like stop. I've never I've never. No. I literally have no idea. Am I going to be running around outside with my underwear on my head? I don't know. Like if I can't buy something and I'm forced to confront my feelings about myself, like am I going to just trip out? Like, I don't know. I might. So we'll discover that together, I guess. I don't know. I have no expectations. This is a complete unknown to me to actually go through the world and not be searching for things to purchase or purchasing things and waiting for those things to arrive. I don't remember what that was like. I don't remember what, you know, I don't know. I think I'm going to do a video on my KonMari experience, so that's coming up soon. Hopefully this video is useful or interesting or something. Hopefully this video is something. Hopefully this will be fun to document or interesting for me to document and see how it goes. I'm legitimately concerned that I will forget. The habitual behavior is so much where I like wander into Walgreens and I'm like, ooh, hand sanitizer. I already have 4, but this one's lavender, you know? So this is also why I'm doing this, so I don't forget. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.